To describe the pilgrimage, it's just, for us, a lot of us just find it like a fun event, but it really is something much more important than that.
I don't see it as a charity, I see it as people who can help and are willing to.
Teenagers rely on adults to save the world, or for lack of better terms, but they don't realize that us youth, we have more fire than any adult could. Us working together before we become adults and having a drive for something goes to show that we can do so much more together, and goes to show that we aren't just teenagers and we're not just students.
They need us, so I'm going to take everything I can to walk on this pilgrimage. Out in the street, willing to vote for the plan, bringing it up happy feet.
I've been walking the pilgrimage the last couple years, and it's been great. It's one of my favorite things going on. Probably my favorite thing here at Notre Dame.
In grade 9, 10, 11, I was very passive about my views on the pilgrimage because I believed that it was something where I couldn't see the effects, I couldn't feel the effects, therefore I didn't believe it had any weight, what we were doing at all. But since I'm in grade 12 now, and that I've read and I've researched and I've actually taken into context what the teachers have been saying about it, that I realize that it does affect people and it does enhance and enrich their lives. And so this year I'm trying to take a more active stance rather than the passive stance I've had in the past.
I think it's important for young people to be aware of this, because I mean, this is the world that they're growing up into, and these are going to be issues that are going to be facing them their whole lives.
We are born into lives, for the most part, of privilege, and I think that in Canada we don't always know exactly what is going on in the rest of the world and just how much power we have.
We as a North American society seem to be very self-involved and only aware of what's happening to us.
How many times a day do we spend $1 on something that we don't even think about? 1 billion people in the world make less than $1 a day.
I think it's very important for our youth to be involved with these sort of things, because like our last Pope, Pope John Paul II, said, the youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. And this is a great chance for us to see what the issues are, so that as we grow up and we mature and change, we'll see, yeah, this is what we can do. This is how we can help people. This is what the issues are. And hopefully, over time, the world will change for the better.
Delving into more world issues and such that teachers such as Mr. Ferracuti, Mr. Turner brought into awareness for us, I've realized that there's more than me in this world, and I affect more than just my surrounding peers.
We got to make sure that everybody that walks comes to the Mass too. For those of you who have done the pilgrimage, that's where everything seems to just kind of, the light goes off and says, yeah, this is what it's all about.
The definition of a pilgrimage is a walk to a sacred place. And our walk takes us down the Canal Road to Allenburg, and then back to our gym, which is transformed into a holy place, a place of worship, where we celebrate the liturgy. And that is where the significance of our pilgrimage takes place.
If I were to tell someone who's never heard about the pilgrimage what it's all about, I'd probably start out just by telling them how great a day it is, because it's so much fun. You're with your friends, it's a great walk. And then you'd try to, go a little deeper into where it came from, why we're walking. Like, I'd bring up the school Jan Kanawasi in Peru, because it's really neat when you know it's going to a specific thing and you know that there's individuals that you're really helping.
It's amazing what we've done at Jan Kanawasi. We've donated money to Jan Kanawasi. It means House of Work. It is a sprawling slum just outside of Canto Grande in Peru. We have given money for the last 16, 17 years. Now it's a 3-story, beautiful center for these people amidst this slum. And it's just an amazing place. There's so much going on. They're training these people who, in other countries, they don't have time to help them out. So it's amazing to see what happens with them. If you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. And there's so much injustice in the world when you look at the dispersity of the distribution of wealth and the gap between the rich and the poor, it just does not seem right. Our focus is on justice. Justice is promoting change. Charity is maybe famine relief and helping them for a second, but it's not going to change things. It'll go back to the same way, where justice will be promoting change, where they'll be able to make a difference in their lives the rest of their life.
Justice means that we want to work to create situations and structures so that all people might live with dignity.
In the long road, that's the way to go, because people will be able to take care of themselves.
In any liturgical service, a candle is a powerful symbol, and it creates a very meditative and prayerful atmosphere.
The gym is totally black, and you start with one candle, and when you have 1,000 to 1,500 students and you see that light move from one person to another, you begin to see that, you know, there can be here is the light. We're moving from darkness to light, and now I get it, and now I see why we have to do this.
It's kind of a lot of things. It's more than just like wanting to help other people. Like it is, but I think it really stems from our faith, which teaches us to love our neighbor. So it's one of those great days where yes, you have a lot of fun with your friends and you enjoy a great walk along the canal, and but you know, like you're connected with those people that are hurting, and this is a chance for us to reach out and help them.
I think the most positive thing that I've discovered about myself while doing this is that I can make a difference, even with like the little things, with using the skills I have.
Understanding is important, but action is equally important. In our own little way, we can do this particular action.
What it means to me is that it's showing that, you know, we're all coming together as one light, and we're not gonna stop shining until this cause has been solved.
The youth are our future. They're our hope, and if they learn about these issues, perhaps they can get through the rose-colored glasses and be able to see the injustice and make change in the world.
Let it be known to all your misbelieving, what you've been seeing, that we will not stand, no, will not be mistaken.